Today, you guys are going to do something incredibly unique. Can anybody tell me what this is, please? Scriptures, right? Scriptures. What are scriptures? Word of God, right? Word of God. What else? What else could scriptures be? What's that? Guidance, you're right. We find our answers, right?
Yeah.
We definitely find our answers. What else? What else can we find?
Protection.
I'm sorry, what you say, Anna?
Protection.
Protection. The principles that are in here will protect us. A lot of times the world teaches that what we learn in the scriptures restrict us from doing things, right? But in reality, what it does is it protects us. What are the scriptures? Finau.
Like recordings from...
Yes! It's records, right? Right? It's records of what, Finau?
Of the last prophets.
Yeah. So these are, right here, what we have in this book are records of prophets and people who lived back in ancient times. Because we're talking about the Bible and we're talking about the Book of Mormon. Okay. Finau used a very important word. She said records. Growing up, records for me was a circle disc like this that we used to put on this thing and put this needle on. That's how we used to listen to music. So that tells you how old I am, right? That's what a record was. But records is the story or the history of the people that are in this book, recorded by ancient prophets, men of God, who wrote these things on behalf of the people that are in this book and for who else? Yes, what did you say, Anna? Nice and loud.
For us.
For us, right? This is why the Book of Mormon is so unique. It's because it was written for the people that was here, and it was written for the people in the future, like us. Before Nephi passed away, he had an opportunity to receive a vision. He saw us, he saw the last days, and he saw how these records right here were going to transcend his people and transcend time and make it all the way to us and to our posterity. Back when we were in youth, we used to do something called time capsules. Alan, can you explain what a time capsule is?
Yeah, so sometimes schools have done it, or Ward could do it. So what you do is whoever is involved with it will gather something that's memorable to them. So whatever is important to them, they put it in this capsule, then they bury it. And then however many years ahead, they have like a little ceremony and they open it up to remember their memories from the past. Pretty much.
That's it. Today, we're going to record things that you're doing now, things that you want to be able to share for the future. Not just your future self, but your future posterity. We have 2 rooms that are going to be recording, and then we have this room that you're going to be writing. Now, what's going to happen is we're going to split you guys up into 3 groups. And what you're going to do is each room has a list of questions that we want you guys to be able to answer, okay? Now, room 1, they are going to be talking about the here and now. Your response is going to be recorded. Now, we want to try to keep your response to about 15 to 20 seconds. I know some of you guys can go for days on this, right? So we can record you and then be able to collect all of these experiences, put it on my thumb drive, and hold on to it for future, right? For the future. I wish we did this when I was a kid. My son always asked me, I wish I knew what you were like, Dad, my age. You know what I mean? Well, your posterity, they're going to get to know what you're like during their age. So tonight's going to be a very important opportunity to be able to share something with your future self, with your future wife, husband, your posterity, and the generations to come. Room number 2 is called Future Me. All these questions pertain to your future. I'm going to ask Lilo. Lilo, what's one thing that your future you will do to make the world better? I may ask Kayvon, what will people say about your future you? And Alondra, what dream comes true for you for your future you? So these are some of the questions that you'll be answering and we'll be recording. This room right here is, you're actually going to write a letter to your posterity. And what you're going to share with them is your testimony. I want you to write the testimony of not only the gospel of Jesus Christ, but how the gospel of Jesus Christ has helped you, how it can help them, how the gospel of Jesus Christ can help make the world better, how the gospel of Jesus Christ can help them in the future. Alondra, What questions did you ask?
Like the world.
What's one thing you hate about the world, or?
Yeah. Like said, how they treat Mother Earth.
Oh, how to treat the earth. That's great. Okay, Moni.
I got to say, I said, how people pretend to be good.
You don't like how people pretend to be something they probably are not, right? Right? Raise your hand if you think social media has something to do with that. It does, right? Social media, a lot of times, people only put the good things that happen in their life, right? Not the hard times that they may go through. How about you, Alani? You want to share?
For room 2, what will people remember you as? I was like, that would be the best uncle, the funniest uncle and dad.
Right, all right, cool, man. That's cool. Okay, Lilo, what's the question that you answered, if you don't mind sharing? Serve your mission? Wonderful. Okay, so as we're wrapping up, let me see everybody with their letter. I want to invite you guys to do something very special with this letter. I want you guys to actually take this letter and find a very special place for you to put it. So that way, in hopes, you guys may be able to find it in the future. Or maybe even cooler, your posterity find it in the future. When I was on my mission, my wife, she held on to all the letters that I wrote her. That's been pretty cool to go back and read those letters. And even my journal for my missions. Imagine how cool it would be to see your grandkids, to see your writing words, just write how you guys felt at the same age that they are. I wanted to share one thing that I saw that was really awesome tonight. When you guys were sitting here and writing your letters, I thought a lot of you guys, to be honest, I thought just because you guys are teenagers and you thought maybe, I thought maybe you guys wanted to just get to the video portions of it. I thought you guys were just going to write something real small and then bounce, right? But man, I sat and watched a lot of you guys put a lot of thought into what you guys are writing. Remember, your words are important. They may not be important to yourself, but they will be important to the future. I want to thank you guys for taking the time to come today and be a part of this activity. What are some of the things that you guys learned? Koby, what's something you learned about the section?
How to bury my testimony.
How to bury your testimony. Hey, that's awesome, right? Finau, what's one thing that you learned from this activity?
I learned that it's important to write stuff.
Yeah, okay, so we're right stuff. All right, there you go. All right, Finau, how about you? What did you learn from this activity?
It's important to question what you do and thank you for what you do. Thank you for your action.
Thank you for your action. Okay. Brenda, how about you?
It's important to keep records and look back at them.
Yeah, it's important. One of the best ways to learn about something is to learn your history, right? One of the best ways to be better at something is to learn from your history, right? So, Julian, last one. What did you learn from this activity?
My future is very uncertain.
Okay, it
I
can
don't know
be.
if I'll ever even receive this letter.
We'll see, right? And the cool thing is if you keep coming here and keep learning about the gospel of Jesus Christ, it'll help with the choices that you have to make in the future. That I do promise. Just imagine 5 years from now, you guys opening this letter and maybe even doing this activity again. I think that'd be awesome. Once again, thank you guys very much. I love you guys. See you guys on Sunday.